Grieving families unite to call for more action to prevent drownings. Robbie's dad lost his life trying to save the family dog. Now he's added his name to an open letter to the Prime Minister. Another blow for Cardiff Airport as a Spanish carrier pulls its winter flights, leaving passengers in the lurch. Just what is it like to be a young carer? We meet Bella, who sacrificed so much of her childhood. And emerging from the mists of time, the First World War practice trenches revealed thanks to the long hot summer. Hello, good evening. The grieving families of 18 victims of drowning have joined forces to write an open letter to the Prime Minister, calling for more to be done to improve water safety. This year alone, more than 50 people have drowned across the UK. Among those campaigning is Robbie Jones from Cardiff, whose dad Gareth sadly died while trying to save his pet dog. Well, our reporter Mike Griffiths is in Cardiff Bay for us. Mike, a powerful message from these families tonight.
Jonathan, it certainly is. Each one of those families has a personal story, a very raw story of grief of someone, a family member or friends they've lost close to them. Each of them in that grief at an imaginary difficult time have channeled that into a campaigning effort, and they've joined together now wanting to bring about a change that could save other lives.
He was a strong 69-year-old guy, could swim, but he was struggling that much, and 54 seconds later, you never see him again.
Gareth Jones drowned in January 2021. He'd gone into the sea in an attempt to rescue his dog in Hove in East Sussex. Since his death, his son Robbie has become a committed campaigner for water safety.
I think someone described about my dad when he died that he was a force of nature, taken by the very force of nature. And I think that sums it up really well, to see what we've gone through. We've had the grief and the bereavement, but we've also had the suddenness, the shock, and the circumstance of Gareth. And I've actually seen the CCTV footage of him drowning by choice, and it was just 54 seconds. And then you never see him again. As soon as he enters the water, he's trying to get out.
Today, Robbie and members of 17 other families have written a letter to the Prime Minister. They're calling for better water safety campaigning and education. They say England can learn from approaches taken in Wales and Scotland. Other campaigners say clear messages are cutting through.
You need to still be respectful of that water, because things can happen and things can change so quickly, which is why if people don't remember anything else about any water safety messages, it's that float to live message. Get on your back, put your ears in the water, put your arms and legs out and try to control your breathing. You need to be checking the tides before you go out, tell people before you go where you're going, and if you're going to the beach, try to swim at a life-guarded beach.
More than 5 years on from his father's death, Robbie's campaigning continues.
If we're going to have warmer weather, more people will want to go into the water and enjoy the water, and that's definitely part of it, but it's how to do it as safely as possible. And I don't want any other family to go through what me and my family have gone through.
He and his fellow campaigners want their personal tragedies to connect with people of all ages, with the simple aim of saving lives.
Now, one of those things the campaigners are calling on the UK government to do is have a dedicated water safety minister, or minister with that responsibility in their brief. That is something we do have in various forms here in Wales, under environment, under education. Those things are there. But there's a real relevance to this, isn't there? There's not a sense of complacency. We know how beautiful our coastline is. Many inland areas are here in Wales. We know too, as we've said on this programme so many times, shared those stories of the dangers, and they hope those lessons and those stories can be learned.
Mike Griffiths in Cardiff Bay, thanks very much indeed. Fire crews have spent the night extinguishing a wildfire north of Swansea. The Mid and West Wales Service says it was the result of a series of deliberately set fires in the area. Elsewhere, a blaze on the Rhyw Mountain near Pwllheli has also been brought under control. In South Wales, firefighters say 7 fires have now been contained and are also under control. Rail passengers will see major upgrades to Swansea train station begin this week. Transport for Wales says work will be taking place to improve and modernise the station's facilities. Tickets will be checked manually whilst new barriers are installed, and travellers have been asked to allow more time for extra checks to take place. Staying with travel, and a major airline has confirmed it will axe flights from Cardiff Airport to 2 Spanish destinations this winter. Vueling was due to run several flights a week to Alicante. Passengers whose flights have been cancelled are now being advised to contact the airline directly. Well, Richard Morgan is at the Cardiff site for us with the latest. Richard, another blow for the airport and travellers.
Well, that's right, John. It's not the news that airport bosses would have been hoping for here in Cardiff. Spanish operator Vueling has been flying from the airport here since 2012, but as you say, it's announced that it will be ceasing its flights to Alicante from October the 24th. Flights to Malaga were already due to cease 2 days before that. In a statement, Vueling said it had no plans to operate flights to and from Cardiff for the winter season. Customers affected should contact our customer services team or their booking agent if they have any queries. Now, how serious is this? Well, it wouldn't be the first time that an airline has pulled out of Cardiff Airport, and according to one independent travel expert, it's really a sign of where Cardiff sits in the pecking order when it comes to UK airports.
This is undoubtedly a blow for Cardiff Airport. Vueling was certainly one of the more tenacious airlines at the airport. However, I don't think this is anything near fatal. It's just a reminder that Cardiff will ultimately be one of those peripheral airports, I'm sorry to say, compared with the giants such as Manchester, Birmingham, Gatwick, Luton, Stansted, Heathrow and, dare I say it, even Bristol.
And Richard, this isn't the first challenge the airport has faced in recent years.
Well, that's right, John. The viability of Cardiff Airport has been a hot topic for a while now. You'll remember that the Welsh Government bought it in 2013, but it remains an open question as to whether it's proved to be good value for money for the taxpayer here. Supporters would argue that it's important to have an international airport, but critics would say it suffers unfavourably compared with Bristol when it comes to passenger numbers and to choice of destination. Now, in a statement, Cardiff Airport said it was disappointed that Vueling has taken the decision to withdraw its Cardiff to Alicante service for the winter season. We remain focused on working with our airline partners to grow our route network and give customers across Wales greater choice from Cardiff. The airport also said it encourages passengers to explore alternative travel options from Cardiff Airport.
Richard Morgan in the Vale Glamorgan, thanks very much indeed. A woman from Aberkenvig who woke up paralysed 10 years ago says she wants her specialist physiotherapy to be prescribed on the NHS. Helen Fincham has struggled with the cost of private treatment after being diagnosed with a rare spinal condition. Helen says physio is the only thing that's helping her get her life back together. Our health reporter Katie Fenton has the story.
This is what it takes to get Helen in and out of her wheelchair, a routine dictated by the availability of carers. It's been her reality for 10 years after she woke up paralysed from the chest down.
I didn't quite understand that I was paralysed. Although I know I couldn't move, the word paralysed and paralysis never went through my brain. I'd watch them move my legs and they didn't feel a part of my body. And I was just looking down and I was like, and I just thought it was something temporary. I didn't know this was going to be forever.
Helen was diagnosed with transverse myelitis, a rare condition caused by swelling of the spinal cord. She saved up to pay for specialist physiotherapy in the hope of gaining more independence, and the results were incredibly promising. But at £200 a session, it was unsustainable. Helen believes it should be prescribed on the NHS.
It would be life-changing. It really would. I've come to, you know, I'm 10 years paralysed, and I just want to make my life better quality. I want a better quality of life. I've still got so much to give. I'm only 31 still, and just having that freedom and independence to have that choice.
In the UK, around 4,700 people are diagnosed with a spinal cord injury every year. And experts say the impact of proper therapy goes far beyond movement.
Having the right rehabilitation and therapy to help build your confidence, build your skills, to enable you to really take control of your life again. Even if your physical aspect will never be the same again, you can rebuild that life to still be completely independent, maybe not as physically as you was before, and you may rely on mobility equipment or care or the support of society, but to be verbally independent and have that confidence to be in charge of your own being.
Come here.
The Welsh Government says care decisions lie with local health bosses. Cwmtaf Morgannwg University Health Board encouraged Helen to contact her GP. She says she did and was given at-home stretches and a discounted gym membership, neither of which were enough for her level of need. So for now, her future rests on fundraising, her independence now dictated by donations. Katie Fenton, ITV News, Aberkenbig.
Now, for viewers watching Wales at 6 on Friday night, you may have heard some inappropriate language in the background during a live segment. It was broadcast in error, and we'd like to apologise to viewers for this. You're watching Wales at 6. There's plenty more to come on the programme tonight. History being revealed by the Heatwave. We find out how the dry ground is unlocking secrets from the First World War.
And after a fine start to the week, bands of thundery showers are heading our way, and it will turn more humid as the week goes on as well. Your forecast for the rest of the week is on the way.
But first tonight, over the next 3 evenings, we're going to be bringing you an insight into life as a young carer here in Wales. The challenges of giving up your childhood to care for those who mean the most to you. There are more than 22,000, with more than 8,000 under 18 years old. But the true figure is expected to be a lot higher. Well, our reporter, Katia Fowler, has been to meet 14-year-old Bella, who cares for her siblings and dad.
Oh, hi, Katia.
Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm good, you okay?
Yeah, good. Should we come in and have a chat?
Yeah, come on in.
Perfect. Bella's only memories are of caring for her family. Memories that made both her and her mum upset when they spoke to me about what they're going through.
So many people don't know I'm a young carer, and then they find out about it and they're like, oh, I wouldn't expect that from you. And what people expect a young carer to be is like, oh, never in school, always down in the dumps, failing in school. And I'm like the opposite. So everyone's like, oh, you're a young carer, like really questioning me. And I'm like, yeah, it's just like you don't see it because you're not me. Alex was born when I was 4, so I've been used to like all the meds and stuff like that since I was young. So it's just like the normal, so I wouldn't change it.
Your brother's terminally ill. Every morning you get up and he might not be with us.
How grateful do you feel for her?
I'm very, very grateful. Do you know, I was 20 when I had her, and it's not the life I expected for her. But she is like my best friend. You know, she has done an amazing job in just getting me through the day. I don't want what she's had to go through deter her from reaching what she wants in life.
Because without Bella, it's fair to say you'd be...
I'd be drowning. I would be drowning.
So do you have a dog?
Yeah.
What kind of dog do you have?
Cape Corso Cross the Collie.
Is that a big dog?
Yeah.
How big is big dog?
Like your height stood up.
You're joking?
No.
Oh my goodness, so you've got to manage a dog as well?
Yes. We did yourself 7.
When you're in school and you're not home the whole time, how do you balance school and doing this when you get home? Do you balance it?
I wouldn't
classes balancing, because I don't really struggle in school. Like I understand it a lot, but I tend to come home just to forget about school.
Yeah.
It's like they're two separate things.
Does it stop you worrying about things?
No, but it helps it be calm.
Yeah. And in terms of homework, do you, obviously you've got so much understandably going on here that you want to help with when you're home. How do you manage that with sort of schoolwork that you need to do when you're back?
But I tend to do it when everyone's gone to bed. So like everyone will go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock, I'll start doing my work. So then I've done that, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I'll just go to bed. Because then it's not interrupting with anything in the day.
So you have quite long days then?
Just like I tend not to make plans. I just stay in my house. Because I'm just helping after school. It's like after school plans is like a no.
Right. Do you feel like a child? No.
No.
What do you feel like?
I wouldn't class it as an adult because I can't really do anything like adults. But I know I'm much more responsible because I have to be.
When you do have time to yourself and when you do manage to have some downtime and you don't have to do homework, you don't have to do school and you don't have to take care of your family, what do you like doing?
Reading.
You like reading? You're a bookworm? You're pretty into like hair, makeup, skincare. Why do you like that?
It's nice getting all dressed up and doing your hair and doing your nails, like looking and feeling like your best self.
Yeah.
Especially on like really rough days, it's like nice to be like able to sit down for an hour and do my hair and makeup and do my nails. So it's just like my fun all the time to be like, oh yeah, I'm still like all these girls. And then I go downstairs and I feel better about myself. So then I help better because it's like I'm not feeling so down in the dumps.
Unfortunately, Bella isn't alone with losing parts of her childhood to help her family. But she says they're the most important thing in the world to her, and so she'll do whatever she can.
And Katia is with me now. Katia, it's thought there are many more carers out there that aren't officially recognised.
That's right, because when you speak to a lot of young carers and you sort of say, well, what is it you do? They say, well, to me, everything I do is just part of normal everyday life. But what's important to recognise is that most young carers are taking on much more of a parental role when it comes to caring. So officially, a young carer is anybody under 18 who's taking care of a child with a disability or a parent. This can be things from helping out around the house or helping with medication. And it's really important that people recognise that they are a young carer because then they can get access to support.
And if people are watching right now, what help is out there for them if they're struggling?
I think the best thing to do is to search online young carer support and your area because it differentiates depending on whereabouts you are in Wales. So you'll get targeted advice there because there are things to help provide respite and to give children back a little piece of their childhood and to give them, a bit of a break from what it is they're doing.
Katia, thank you very much indeed. Ukrainians living in Wales have been marking the country's 35th Independence Day. Events are taking place across the country with people enjoying music, dance and Ukrainian food. Prime Minister Andy Burnham also made his first visit to Ukraine today to pledge the UK's continued support. Dean Thomas Welch joins an event in Swansea as the community remembered its country's rich history.
Well, yes, as you can see, lots of people have gathered to celebrate Ukraine's independence. You can see behind me some of the wonderful food that's on offer here and the people who are coming in and taking a bite of some of the traditional Ukrainian food. And just in a short while, there'll be some performances starting over here. But Bogdana is one of the people who've organised this event. Bogdana, how important is it that people from Ukraine come together and they still celebrate the independence of Ukraine, even though it's going through such a hard time?
Well, there's a holidays as a day we were waiting for centuries to be in an independent state, and it happened 35 years ago. And because Wales is a nation of sanctuary and they have a lot of Ukrainians, I think 60,000 of Ukrainians came to Wales, so who close live around Swansea. Every year we have quite a good crowd, and it's nice for people to come together and to celebrate because they cannot be home. So here we make connection, here we make new friends because people constantly coming, maybe not so much lately, but there are new people as well, so it's nice to welcome them to Ukrainian community within Welsh community. But people still want to celebrate, even in Ukraine. Even like last night, they were bombing night before, but people are proud that they are Ukrainians, and people are proud that we and our army stays for our independence and for life of Ukrainians, not only in Ukraine, but here as well, in Wales, in United Kingdom.
Yeah, you can see the culture on offer here as well. It's really rich. You can see the traditional dress there. We're going to have some traditional performances as well, aren't we?
Yes, the traditional dresses is a collection which you can find their dresses more than 100 years old from different parts of Ukraine. We have Ukrainian food, again, that's our Ukrainians cooked it, so again it's different taste, like from south of Ukraine and western Ukraine is slightly different, but everybody love it, and you can see, you can try it as well. People glad that you can do it, and obviously it will be a few speeches, few sad speeches maybe, but reason is to celebrate. We're still here. Am Ohid, as the Welsh say, Ще не вмерла Україна. So we're very, very grateful to Wales that we can do it here and can get together. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr, Bogdana. Well, a really, really strong cultural coming together and a celebration for the independence of Ukraine.
Dean Thomas Welch there. Now, we've seen one of the driest summers on record, of course, with fields turning brown and rivers running dry. But the hot weather has also had another effect on our landscapes, one seen best from the skies. As the ground has dried, hidden historical landmarks have been uncovered, giving us a glimpse into the past. Here's Rob Shelley.
It's been a pitiless summer for gardeners, groundkeepers and golf courses, but for historians, especially archaeologists, the Earth starts giving away its secrets. These are the 7th and 8th holes at Maesty Golf Club. Take 2 months of sun, add virtually no rain, and another world beyond the fairway starts to reveal itself.
We have hundreds and thousands of golfers come through in a week and they won't even know it's there.
Big broken lines on the landscape, maybe more of a squiggle than a line. So, any guesses as to why they're there? 111 years ago, the Royal Engineers pitched camp down at the Deganwy Castle Hotel and proceeded to teach themselves to make trenches. It's astonishing. Only as the drone flies do you start to see just how extensive that network of practice trenches was. Basically, the road to the Western Front started here on the west shore of Llandudno. I didn't realise they were so extensive. I mean, they really set two up there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I say we get to see it very infrequently, but we've got some great records over the years when they do show themselves. And as you say, a huge amount of land and a huge amount of work must have gone into them at the time.
The setting here might have been completely unlike the front line in France. Let's face it, even with the Major lurking over you, who's just about to step out of frame a century ago, this was a much better option than the real trenches. But then this was also how you practised for the real thing, actual war. Nothing's ever turned up on the ground. No clue that this exists.
No, we've never found anything. Now we're talking now how things work. We might find something now, and it would be great to find something.
I suppose the good news is no practice hand grenades have appeared to ruin people's handicap, but then not a single stray button or cap badge has emerged here either. It's all like a sort of hidden war memorial that only appears in the driest years.
The fact that we can highlight it on some very dry periods is fantastic for us. As I say, just brings that sort of extra bit of interest to the club.
You literally are walking over history. Oh, if the forecast's right and the rain it raineth from Wednesday, then the grass gets nourished and the past disappears. That front line of ghosts just goes back to being green again. Rob Shelley, ITV News. In Llandudno.
Well, who knew? Let's see if those hidden landmarks will be hanging around or whether some rain will be returning them to the history books. Here's Nick Miller with the forecast.
Ancient sites will clear, bringing local dishes in the afternoon. TUI sponsors ITV Cymru Wales weather.
Hello, lovely start to the week. We've been home to one of the UK's warm spots today, 26 degrees in Pembrokeshire, and the warmth will continue this week, though with building humidity it will start to feel less comfortable. There'll still be sunny spells around, but an increasing chance of seeing some wet weather as we go through this week in the form of thundery downpours. A lot of uncertainty about the detail. I think there'll be big rain differences right across the country, but there is the potential in some spots to see some torrential rain, could bring some impacts and may need some weather warnings. And it's all because low pressure's taking over, so the high pressure that gave us a lovely weekend of weather, and indeed today, that's moving away. Low pressure taking over, bringing the chance for rain, showers and thunderstorms as early as later tomorrow, more especially this feature as it moves through later on Wednesday, another one coming through on Thursday and possibly Friday too. So there is that rain potential, but also we could see some quite intense thundery downpours. It's a week of weather to keep a close eye on. For now, though, it is a lovely evening out there. Plenty of sunshine until sunset. Largely clear skies overnight. It's a easterly breeze that's given western parts of the country a warmer day today, and we'll keep that warmth going tomorrow. And overnight temperatures, they've been chilly this weekend. I think we'll find a few spots inland dipping down into single figures, but not as cool as recent nights have been. And humidity starting to build into tomorrow, more especially Wednesday. More cloud tomorrow, so the sun will be hazy, and that chance of showers starting to feed in initially across southern parts. I don't think a lot of rain initially from this first wave of showers. There may be one or two rumbles of thunder, and it will still be a warm day tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening and night, this first area of showers will feed its way northwards. And then during Wednesday, there's another weather feature here, and that's going to come through and spark off a few showers and thunderstorms as well. Still with some sunny spells, warm and humid. And I want to show you Thursday, there's a very similar feature feeding up from the south, driven by low pressure, that again could include some torrential downpours, with more showers to come on Friday as well. It'll feel fresher going into the weekend with that change of wind direction, cooler, still with some showers around as well. That's your weather.
TUI sponsors ITV Cymru Wales weather.
All change then. Richard Morgan is back with the late update after news at 10. But from all of us on the programme until tomorrow, thanks for watching.